lot of obviously really good things offensively here. What did you see from the offense, especially in the second half, that mounted that comeback?
I saw our team score 28 in a quarter. That doesn't happen very often. I think special teams played extremely well as well. We were clicking. That's the number 8 team in the country. We were 8 for a reason. But we exposed some things we thought we could offensively against our defense. Picked up the pressure. I think the protection tonight, for the better part of the night, was really, really done well. And usually around here you protect the score. It's been that way for 25 years. We did well enough to give ourselves a chance, more than a chance to win. We just didn't get it done. And it's not the same story. There's a situation last week, gave up 49. I felt like we didn't leave everything out there. Challenged them from Monday on to leave everything out there every single play. I think they did that. Was it pretty at times? Absolutely not. But there was a ton of guts, a ton of belief. You got to take calculated risks, which we did. With that onside kick, we got to stop somebody. And if we're not stopping somebody, let's try to create our own momentum. So that stadium was electric at times. Felt like kind of the good old days a little bit with some back and forth banter, from both fan bases. There's some juice going. There's a lot of belief. It wasn't, well, here we go again. We just fell short, ran out of time. Kicked the deep before, changed left, 3 timeouts. Felt like we had a chance to, rely on the defense. At some point, you got to rely on the guys. You can't just rely on one unit. Board changed 3 timeouts. I'm going to trust that D. Just didn't get done. They moved the ball twice and they got that series on 4th downs. They went for it and goal from the 2-yard line, and we just didn't. When the biggest moments came, we just didn't rise to those to all of those moments. Proud of our team. They those guys were warriors today, man. Stats aside, warriors. Got to create more takeaways. 5 games, we got 2 takeaways, 1 on a Hail Mary in the second quarter. That's got we got to turn the ball over. More on defense, get the offense another set of downs. We don't have to steal possessions at times, but challenging their effort, won't challenge the effort from the ground level. Very, very proud of those individuals. Fun game to be a part of. Scored 28 in the 4th quarter, down 17 at half. Got back and forth the first half, that 3rd quarter, nothing really was going either way. And man, that was a fun fight. We just ended up taking the last punch, which sucks.
How much did you consider accepting that holding call when you were down the goal line there on 3rd down?
I wanted to buy the time back and save the timeout a little bit. That was part of the thought process. I felt like our defense, 4th and goal from the 2. They were probably going to go for it. That ran through my head because we were going to get the ball. Chances are they went for it. Knowing it's 3 points, that if you match the 3, we're probably not going to get aggressive with 7. It was a thought, but I trust our D. It doesn't mean if we didn't get it done that I distrust them after the fact. We're in position. Five made a play. Five was aware today. We played the entire game. I didn't play a snap. They threw the ball around the yard in that first half, 300+ yards passing, which we've been approached on a defensive side in the run game. So they obviously saw something to get themselves out of the run. But 700 yards, something we got to stay away from. That's not good. Without any turnovers, cost turnovers, that's probably not going to equate to too many victories. In this case, we're 3 points away, even with all the stuff that went down. So, but it wasn't thought, Dan. But I trust those guys and want to save the timeout really at the end of the day in that situation. 4th and goal.
And then last, just the effort from Malik and Tuna in that run game. What did you see from your running backs particularly, and Jared too on that 40-yard touchdown?
I think all 3 of them ran collectively the same, which was physical. There wasn't a ton of excess movement. They actually delivered a lot of punishment in the run game. They all kind of fed off each other. Jared's run was similar to Mike's run against Idaho last year, where before you know it, he spits out, and they have a will to stay up and continue to drag their feet. And it was balanced. I mean, both kids had over 70 yards rushing, and Coach Shea did a great job keeping those guys off balance and changing speeds. They just committed. It was going to be, at times, going to be dirty runs. There's going to be 4 and 5 yard runs. Montana's a great defense. They move pieces around. They in that front did a really good job. And I think for the most part, we intended to do what we ended up doing tonight from start to finish, even though there's a little lull in that late first, second quarter.
How do you plan to regroup now in the bye week?
It's gonna take a little wind out of your sails. Those are, again, like we've talked about the hard ones when you go down to the wire, one-score games, and you don't get it done. It just takes a little bit more out of you. We're on a bye. Guys will have tomorrow off. Get to watch film on Monday. I'm always a proponent of working the basics out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in bye weeks. And in spring ball, I think we tackled better than last week, but there's too many explosive plays. How do we find ourselves committed to whatever we want to commit to, especially defensively, and really lean into those pieces to try to take away those explosive plays and some of those sets. But I think all in all, just continue to look each other in the eye, believe in each other. That was a team that scored 16 last week and 49 this week. So, the road doesn't get any easier. So, don't feel sorry for yourself because no one's going to feel sorry for you. So, I don't know about regroup, but we'll recollect ourselves, get back at it, and we'll break through at some point. We will.
38-21, and you guys had a 4th and 2, pass up a field goal and don't pick up the first down. So just what was the thought process of going for it on 4th down there?
There's always armchair quarterbacks all over the place. I get it. Every game's going to have questions. If you kick the field, get a block, you're going to ask me why you didn't go for it. Because Kako's one of the better quarterbacks in this league. Felt like we were in a 6-foot scenario where we could get 6 feet. Didn't get it. He had an open man. Didn't get it done. He was human. And sometimes we pretend that these kids are non-human. But that was the thought. Everybody's always if this, then that, if that, then this. Similar to the 4th goal from the 2. Some of it's gut. Analytics, you take analytics and look at them, but at the end of the day, it's momentum in the game. And we felt like we had some momentum in the game. I made the decision that I thought was best for our team. We just didn't get it done. That didn't cost us a game. That's what I tell every coach. One play does not cost you a game. One call does not cost you a game. There's a lot of other plays involved. We could have done ourselves a favor in not that 4th and 2 on offense. Best way I can answer that.
Well, Tanner, getting those 2 explosive plays on 4th down,
Yeah.
how much do you think that could have
I think it's big because everybody's riled up for a 4th down, stop, or maybe they move the chains with a 4 or 5 yard gain. Coulter, it is. It's kind of a low blow because it's like, man, you got them to the 4th down situation. I think they were pressing a little bit. I think they went a few 4th downs because I think they were pressing. I'll just say pressing, which we had them on the ropes. We just didn't finish the fight. I mean, we just as winners. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't make you feel better, but it makes you feel pretty good that you had someone on the ropes. And so we got to find out to throw the knockout blow to get those stops on 4th down, or don't give up the explosive play on 4th down and make them go the length of the field. Too many explosives on defense. But with those explosives, I think 3 or 4 times, we trimmed them down before they got to the end zone. We could have easily walked away and saw the field goal unit come on board. So you try to take some silver lining and look in the silver lining to see some of the positives out of that. But yeah, it's tougher when it's not 3 yards on a 4th and 2, when it's 43 yards, when the field flips, and all of a sudden in the red zone before you know it after a big 4th down. So must be better. 9 of 16 defensively. They converted on 3rd and 4th down, 3 out of 4. So which tells me we probably got to have a 4th down scenario next week. Doesn't mean it's going to equate to games, but we've got to put ourselves in 4th down situations. And when we do have 3rd and 17 or 18s, we've got to not allow them to get in 4th and 2 or 3 situations. So that's something I'm going to look at as a head coach because I'm responsible for that. We trust our kids, but at some point we've got to do bigger things at bigger moments.
The quarterbacks in this game both played really well. I mean, you played a lot of quarterbacks, but mostly Asparis and Fife. What do you think of those 2 guys?
I thought Kako was sat in there. He moved around, kept his eyes downfield, found some open guys. Had a couple early throws. I wish he would have taken back. Then we came back to the wheel by Austin. It was a different outcome when Austin York caught the one. It was the same play we ran early in the game. Told we come back to it. I thought he was very mature. Once again, I don't believe in superstitions. Didn't have a turnover. That's big. I mean, you throw the ball, whatever it was, 42 times, and it wasn't all him. But 38 times, 4 touchdowns, 265, fairly efficient. Only gave up 1 sack and no turnovers. So that's one thing we've been doing is not giving the ball to offenses. from our offense. We're 2 defenses, but we've got to collect more on defense. We can't sit a plus 1 or minus 1 or 0 the entire year. We gotta find the ball out. I thought he was efficient. He got banged up for a little bit, came back in the game. Jared Taylor goes without saying. Why'd you put Jared Taylor in the game on a 3rd down to convert a big? That's tough to come off cold, all of a sudden throw a climb route in a situation where it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. And that's big stuff that everybody overlooks and takes for granted. I looked Jared in the eye and said, that ain't easy. You know that, and I know that. He sat in there, delivered the mail, and got us a set of sticks. And so I wish I was a little bit happier, but I'm very ecstatic by the guys and the heart they played with. They left a ton of themselves out there. But Logan played absolutely well too. I don't like to say that because he played efficient, but he willed that team in a lot of ways to a lot of success throughout that game. So he's been in those moments. He's played big boy ball, and he played big boy ball today.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.